of mine is to keep a peace for peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things I'm not have only seen in dreams of my unconscious mind. My dreams are refined, kind of state of mind that make it seem this lucky life of mine is redesigned. And if it is, we thank the Lord, 'cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Stafford. Flushed out right. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Folding. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Rams' 10-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. Off-play action. Folding. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Leonard Floyd drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he'll be taken down. Not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for an LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the handoff, running left is Akers.
Number 20.
A gain of 3, second down.
This defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 45 on second down, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Let's put that team on the clock. 14's the mark. 14's the mark.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Stafford.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
53, ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To the air again, Stafford. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down. Folding. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
I'm right. 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Stafford on first down. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 3rd down. Folding. Looking long for Thomas. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Back to throw. Folding. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Foley. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Foley. They'll get this out to Kamara, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On the ground, Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw. Foley. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Foley on the move to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Foley. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Foley. And that's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Lutz on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will make our score 9-0. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On first down, it's Stafford. And, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mike 22, Omaha, ready to move. Tight down, there you go. Mike 14, Mike 14.
To throw again on second down, Stafford. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a third and long. Third and long, it's Stafford. And Woods has it complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
On fourth down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Coming left is Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Back to throw. Foley. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and 20, and no surprise the defense in the dime. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Monday. To throw is Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Folding. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
The punt team on now as from their end zone they get it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll go down at the 28. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this underneath to Henderson.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Let's go, D. Mike 56, Mike 56.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To the air again, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. There he goes, right side. 30, past the 20.
Pick, baby, pick. On
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a Big 12.
Big 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They'll turn to Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Rams, nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself,
how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Akers. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Taken down at the 41.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second down, it's Henderson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
56, the mic, boy. 56. Check 56.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank.
Akers hit. He coughs it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And they take a knee. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.